And it's all about, finding that comfort zone and getting that passing combination. Well, Radarink definitely has found Lavaja Tuane. They connected with 3 touchdown passes last week. In turn, Austin finding Mike Washington 3 times last week. So we'll see if those combinations can continue on the track that they've set through week 1. Looking at 2nd and 10. Radarink throws down the middle. Tuane caught for the touchdown. Well, Dalian trying to rebound after a loss last weekend. They're excited to be here all week long in practice. Has said, this is going to be our home game. We got to show up for our hometown fans. You'll see a new kicker, and you'll also see both quarterbacks get some action today. 4th quarter action here in Dalian. 12 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this one. Our 3rd of 3 on the day. The Qingdao Clipper leading the Dalian Dragon King by a score of 35-26. Mick Moninghoff and Lou Tilley with you tonight. Oh! Reggie Gray, say hello to Mr. Kent Richardson. Oh! Decapitation. Improvement is what each team tries to achieve through the draft, and that's exactly what the Guangzhou Power was looking to do as they retooled in the offseason. Now, last year, after a 2-4 record, head coach Ernesto Pernsley told us he needed more from his skilled position players.
I think we're trying to upgrade at a couple positions.
The Power has already acquired free agent wide receiver Colin Taylor as he'll replace Lavaja Tuane, who was released with a bevy of others in the offseason. Lavaja Tuane was 5th in the league with 11 touchdown receptions. His size made for a great target for quarterback J.J. Radarink. And defensive back Andre Martin was their 6th-round pick, 33rd overall, at 5'11", 197. Martin brings his experience to the Power. He played with Portland in the AFL and won an FCS national championship at North Dakota State. Of course, you can keep up to date with the latest news from the league by joining us on the website at caflfootball.com. Ron, of course, a part of the Philadelphia Eagles' first Super Bowl trip, many records, but what's that one thing that's going to stand out to you from your career playing in Philadelphia?
Outside of the relationships that I developed with my teammates and coaches, that off-the-field energy that we had, that's what stands out first and foremost. But when I think of a particular game or a play, it has to be that 1980 NFC Championship game win against the Dallas Cowboys. They were a very good football team. They were the kind of team that we aspired to be, a Super Bowl football team, and to beat them here in Philadelphia was probably the most meaningful game I played in as an Eagle.
What's going to be your number one Philadelphia moment that you remember, maybe as a reporter, maybe as a fan, as far as sports goes?
Well, one thing that's really special about me being in this class is that I go in with Ron Jaworski and Randall Cunningham. So my parents had season tickets at Veterans Stadium from when it opened in 1971. I sat there freezing my little buns off in the NFC Championship game in 1980 when Wilbert Montgomery ran wild. Eagles go on to an ignominious loss in the Super Bowl to Oakland. Sorry. So I didn't remember that. That's right. I rooted for Ron. I then worked with him at ESPN, and then I covered Randall Cunningham when I got to ESPN. So it was to go in, especially with those two men, is really special. Well, congratulations on becoming one of the newest members of the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. A pleasure. Thanks for joining us, Andrea Kramer. Thanks, Mick. I appreciate it. In just his second season as head coach of the Bulldogs, Kirby Smart has elevated his team to elite status. A former Georgia defensive back, Smart returned to his alma mater with almost instant success. The Dogs were 13-2, with a list of accomplishments that included the school's first SEC title since 2005, its first appearance in the college football playoff, a thrilling double overtime victory over Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl, and an overtime game that left them just 3 points shy of the national championship. Fans will expect more of the same as Smart's 2018 recruiting class is the best in the nation, landing 6 5-star recruits, with 4 of those players staying home to play for the Bulldogs. The Maxwell Football Club's George Munger Award
for the College Football Coach of the Year goes to Georgia's Kirby Smart. The Battleship New Jersey is a fitting backdrop as several teams are here to promote a major battle on the horizon. That would be the Penn Mutual Rugby Championships that will take place June 3rd and 4th in Philadelphia. Teams from Navy, St. Joe, Bloomsburg, and Temple all took part in demonstrating the finer points of 7-on-7 rugby. What is the major skill that has to be learned? A lot of people know how to swing a bat or throw a ball, but what's the major skill for this sport?
Well, I mean, passing is a big thing, but honestly, at the end of the day, it comes down to just being an athlete.
Is that the big thing that's going to help the sport grow, the fact that almost everybody gets a chance to touch the ball?
Yeah, I think that's something really unique about the sport. There's no blocking positions or someone that doesn't really get the ball. Everyone gets to touch the ball, everyone has responsibility, and everyone gets an opportunity to score, which is the ultimate goal.
One thing is for sure, there'll be plenty of action in the 7-on-7 Rugby Championships in Philadelphia the weekend of June 3rd and 4th. In Camden, New Jersey, I'm Mick Moninghoff. Play football! Let's go! He's running! Complete the running walkway! Stop by number 10, Devin Smith.
Go! Let's fucking go!
Okay, I'll give you a break real quick. What do you think of the enormity of this?
Oh, it's great, man. It's amazing how they made this way back then. I don't see how they climbed this thing, but it's amazing.
And you were going to give the guys a day off today, and you took the hardest trail. How come?
Well, even though you have a day off, you still got to work. You got to get in condition, and this gets your heart rate going. It's pretty steep. They're enjoying it.
This was the hardest walk I ever took, but the best view. I'm glad I took it.
Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal culture, phenomenal structures. Excellent. Through the roof.